YouTube, what's going on? Kyle again from ePoolSupply. Today we are back with some quick fix videos for you guys on Pentair's SuperFlo variable speed pool pump. We're going to dive in and kind of show you guys how to change some stuff apart, so stay tuned. Alright guys, and we're back. So again today we've got some quick fix videos for you guys on Pentair's SuperFlo variable speed pool pump. This is a 1.5 horse pool pump. The SuperFlo series goes across a lot of different pool pumps, but for these specific quick fix videos we're focusing on their variable speed SuperFlos. So it will work for both the e-commerce one that I have in front of me, which is EC-342001, as well as their trade model, which is the 342002. The only differences between those two is in the software side. It has nothing to do with anything to do with the actual pump. It's just strictly software purposes. The trade one also comes with a little bit of a longer warranty, which we do have available for retail sale here in Phoenix, as well as the e-commerce one available for all you guys out there across the country. So today's video, I want to show you guys how to actually remove this front volute. This front volute is basically your main wet, they call this the wet end. So this is going to be where all your water goes. The basket's here, that's where your lid is. It's where you're going to clean every week. And then you also have like your dry end, which has got your drive on it, your motor, all those pieces. So this will actually separate them completely. So then that way you guys can replace the volute. In this instance, you guys can see that this front volute has cracked. It's very common that was an issue we ran into in the years past. Was these were breaking, and since we've worked with Pentair and we've worked with a lot of different packaging companies, we've been able to make sure that this does not happen when it gets shipped to you guys. So if it does, definitely give us a call. We'll definitely take care of you for any of those kind of troubles. But in this case, the volute broke. Sometimes for a lot of you guys that are dealing with that colder weather, say you forgot to pull the drain plugs on the side when you were winterizing and water was left in the tank, and it expanded and it breaks the volute. It's very common. It happened a lot, specifically with the Texas freeze that happened a lot in 2021. That was huge, is those front ends would break just because a lot of the times, as long as that water's moving, you don't have to worry about freezing, but in their instance, it was a little different. So I wanna show you guys how to take this off. As you guys can see, I already have the base off of this pump. That's why it's kind of sitting a little wobbly here for you guys. If you guys wanna know how to take the base off, which will need to come off in order to get the volute, make sure you guys check out the links in the description. We've got another video for you guys on how to remove the base. So then that way you've already removed 2 of the big screws that you're aiming for to be able to get this wet volute off. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over here to the side again for me. Like I said, it's a little wobbly, so I'm gonna do my best to keep it up right here for you guys. But what you're focusing on is after you've removed the 2 base screws, you're going to be looking towards the top of the volute here. You've got 2 other big bolts here up top. The only tool that you're going to need, a 9/16 wrench. Again, you can use some form of a ratchet, but I do not suggest using any kind of power tools, just because again, with these plastic molds together, the last thing you guys want to do is over tighten and pinch and break these equipments, because it's just going to be a lot more expensive for you guys to fix. So I'm going to go ahead and start removing this side. Again, it really helps. I've told this in the base video for you guys, but for those of you guys that haven't seen that video, it really helps to have your pump unionized. The good thing about the SuperFlo is they do send you a pair of unions that come included with your pump. So I highly suggest that if you're doing it yourself or you have somebody doing it for you, that you do have them use those unions. It allows you to unscrew the pump from your pool equipment and drag it over to a flat surface like I got here in front of me. It's really helpful if you guys are trying to do any form of maintenance on this thing. If the drive goes bad, anything, it's much easier to operate and to fix when it's on its own surface away from your equipment. Now for you, those of you that don't have that ability and you guys actually have it directly plumbed in, it can be very difficult to do this process. The good thing is at least when you separate, you can pull the motor end away. So if you're operating the motor end, at least this portion can stay plumbed in. But if for whatever reason this is the one that you're working on, you do got to cut the pipes out and you're going to have to buy a complete new volute, because obviously without them being unionized, you're not going to have the ability to just re-glue new pipe in there. So definitely suggest using those included unions just to make your life a lot easier down the road. So as I said, I already removed the two bottom ones with the base. Now I've removed the two top ones here that are on their own. I'm going to go ahead and flip this thing up on the motor end. And basically what you want to do is kind of start giving it a little wiggle. So they use a really good lubricant on that seal. So the biggest thing to get this off is it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Sometimes I'll take this lid off already, but the lid doesn't want to come off either. There it goes. Go ahead and remove the lid. Just gives you more of a surface to hold here so that you can kind of try and wiggle it off. And there you go. So here's your volute. As you guys can see, this one actually got destroyed quite a bit. The top actually sheared, and then it broke all the way down the front here. So that definitely was not going to hold any water, so it definitely needed to get replaced. Please know that when you do replace these parts, you do want to make sure that if it's under warranty, you contact Pentair first. That way they have note that you guys have replaced it, because this front volute typically carries your serial numbers. So there are no other stickers anywhere on this that carry your serial numbers, so it's important that you guys either take that sticker off and hold on to it just for the purpose of if you're still under warranty, or if you're going directly through Pentair, they have the notice in their system that that's what you're replacing. So obviously they understand that if this sticker's gone, that's the reason why. So really important for you to do that. Again, now you have access here to your main plate. You got your shaft seal here, which is also another big piece that tends to need to be replaced. If you're getting leaking in that area right here, between where the pump and the volute sit together, if you're getting any leaking in this area, it's mostly due to, one, it could have just been a production issue and this is pinched, or two, this could just be bad and it's time to replace it. Again, check out all the links in the description. We've got all these parts available for you guys in order to make sure that this thing gets back up and running effectively. So if you're doing this for the purpose of a leak, obviously you still need to know how to take off the volute, but this is what you're focused for. But if you guys are replacing a volute like I am in this video, that's all you guys need to do. Make sure you guys remove those two bolts from the base and the other two bolts that sit up top high on the volute. So again, make sure you guys hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. We're going to have a ton of videos coming your way on taking this thing apart and our other pool pumps apart for you guys, so you can do your own quick fixes from home. I really appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, I'm Kyle from ePoolSupply.